take a cigarette break?
It's time. Let me get my parliaments.
Let me light that for you. So I blacked out for 24 hours.
Really? What's going on?
Well, actually, it wasn't really quite 24 hours, but it felt like 24 hours, and so I called this meeting today.
Yeah, I got a phone call, like, at what time this morning?
I don't know.
Like, honestly, 11 o'clock, like, hey, can we just talk? Like, can we just get something going on right here? And I was like, what do you mean? We just got to talk something out. So I'm like, all right, we were going to do something else.
we were totally not planning on sitting behind the mics today. We have absolutely nothing planned, no notes in front of us. This is Lyndsay saying, "Hello world, your day sucked."
Yeah, mine was pretty...
Yeah, your day sucked too.
Yeah, it's getting better now. I mean, there's Moscow Mule.
Well, yeah, because you're here right now. Oh, yeah, Moscow Mules. So the two of us actually have decided that we might have to start having, like, AA as a sponsor for this podcast.
Well, I'm okay. I don't know about you.
Well, today I'm a little stoned, so I want to tell the listeners.
Disclaimer. She is, folks. So
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun episode on this side.
No, and I'm not a stupid stoner in any way, shape, or form, but we've mentioned enough in the first episodes of our podcast about my bod. So I feel like I should probably throw a little bit of information out. So I have something called CRPS. It sounds stupid because it totally fucking is. It is like the stupidest thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. However, it has engulfed my life. And it basically feels like, okay, so my feet every day from the second I put them on the floor, it feels like I'm walking on Legos.
That's painful.
I don't know if you've stepped on a Lego before, but that's like one of the best visuals that I've been able to put together for how to explain like chronic pain patients deal with like explaining. Because we feel like people are like, well, how are you like even doing this podcast? And you're like fucking funny and laughy and this and that. And I'm like, I don't know. Actually, that's a very good question. I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I am. Because the alternative fucking blows. It's me sitting on a couch, turning into a 750-pound woman, just watching shitty Netflix movies. That's the alternative.
Now, there are some good Netflix movies.
No, there's plenty. There's plenty.
But there's a plenty load of shit ton as well. That's just, they're just making stuff out there just because, right?
Yeah. No, oh my God. Oh, I texted you last night. I said, and John is like one of the shittiest texters on the planet.
I really am, guys.
No, he is, and I don't get it because, again, you are like a millennial, but you're not.
Yeah, I suck at texting.
Oh my God.
I actually like phone calls more.
I know, but fuck, I call you too.
I know.
And it drives me insane.
I know. Sometimes, you know what's funny? Your timing isn't that good.
Well, what am I supposed to... Well, could you please, like, pencil me into your calendar? Because I needed to talk to you about something. So it was like, fuck, yo, FYI, I'm not sure if you read the fucking press release, but we're doing a podcast together, and it's taken up a little bit more of our life than we planned.
This is a fun episode.
And it's also fucking awesome. It's taking up so much time, and it's really good for me when it comes to pain, so we're going to circle back. So I have something called CRPS. It's called Chronic Regional Pain Syndrome, which sounds like it sounds so stupid. So what I do for pain is CBD oil and a little THC. I have refused to take any form of opiates whatsoever.
Good for you.
Yeah, no, it's
seriously good for you.
No, I'm like I 100%. Like I will not. And I have seen 500 million doctors. And it's exhausting, right? And so through this whole entire process over the past couple of years of us trying to get a diagnosis, and at this point, I don't even know if CRPS is even it. All I know is that I live in pain 24 hours a day. And it feels like somebody is throwing like firecrackers at my nerves all day long from my head to my feet. And I'm walking on Legos, and some days it feels like they're made of stone. Last night was a weird one. My toes felt like they were glued together. This is like the weirdest thing ever. So here I am trying to get through some shit with pain. And I smoke a little weed to help me with it instead of doing opiates. But here I am still podcasting and rocking and running my business and,
speaking from someone that's like on the outside, like, I would consider myself really close to you. We hang out, we talk, we do lunch,
We do lunch. You're my little brother, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
You know what? Can we go out to lunch tomorrow? I'd really like to go get like a dry blow. Like, can we get a Brazilian blowout together? That would be sweet.
But seeing from the outside in, me seeing how, just you are. I cannot commend you, and I'm not here to. I know you're not here for a pity party. That's not what this is about.
Oh no,
I know
not
there's
at all.
a true reason for you, bringing this and taking a break from what's been going on with our podcasting, with all the sex stuff that we're talking about. And I want to continue to commend you on that. Again, this is not a pity party. We're not throwing you one, but it's more of just we don't know what you're going through. I don't understand it at times, but I'm here for you. And sometimes I just want to hug you, and I know that sometimes that could cause any pain. I don't know, but with you, we're with you.
Thanks, Boop. Well, I also got super fired up today because
I want to know about that because that's why you called this meeting and you're like,
I know,
hey,
and then it went into the body
break.
thing. But you know what? The part about the body thing is super important in regards to this because with this pain shit that I'm going through, I mean, it's intense when you go through this kind of pain, and I'm trying to figure out the triggers, like. It's nuts. Like, I mean, I journal pain. Like, I have a system. Like, my P2, or if actually I would love to be at a P2, but my pain level at like a 5 could be somebody else's like P10 or whatever. So I've been like journaling all this crap, and I've been writing down stuff, and I have been writing down certain triggers, food triggers and people triggers.
I see.
And today was a trigger, and last weekend was a trigger, and they're my top 2. One is my ex-husband and one is my mom. And it's not because I don't love them and they're not people that are part of my life, but they are my number 1 and my number 2 pain triggers. And so I ate a gummy because I was like, fuck. Both of these people came at me at the same time today. They weren't intending to like make me feel painful. They just are just who they are. And for some reason, my psyche turned, because your brain controls pain. That's what's so strange about it. And learning, especially when you're talking about nerves, it's nuts. So anyways, I lost my fucking mind because I got a text from my ex-husband, and it was... He just doesn't even know. He just doesn't even know what's like how his shit triggers me, and so I have to own that and be like, well, wait a second. That's not on him for how I trigger, but what's on me is saying, do I even have him in my life whatsoever, or do I not? And that's based on pain. And for the people that are listening, and we love you, and I'm sorry that this is not sexy at all, but I don't know. I don't want to have a relationship with this person, I don't think, anymore, and that makes me even feel more painful because I want to be part of his life, but I don't think my body can handle it anymore. Does that make sense?
It does. Because
what do you think about that? Because I feel like an awful person, but I have to like make a choice.
Yeah, I know. And I would tell you, I feed off personally. This is a personal for me, and I'm not trying to sway you from what you're going through, but it's just I feed off of people's energy.
Sure.
I can't stand negative energy. I don't think anybody could, but I'm one that I have a hard time tolerating just negative people. I mean, some people, their tolerance level is higher.
Sure.
It's like, oh, that's just who they are.
Yeah.
I can't take negative people and
just all the time.
The time. It just takes a toll on me.
Even if it's like shtick and brand.
Yeah, it just takes a toll on me because I would consider myself a more positive person and have a positive outlook on life. I just can't stand other people bringing that down. And, I've heard this before from friends and family, your vibe attracts your tribe.
Sure. Ooh.
Yeah, your vibe.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you come out with a positivity, lovey-dovey, super into people, you're naturally going to attract those type of people. And sometimes you'll have the few bad eggs, unfortunately, the ones that, I don't know if they're a lesson in life, whether, they're negative or whatever. I've come to understand more, and a lot of my family is very negative, very down outlook on life. And I've just had to cut them off where I'm not, telling them, hey, I'm cutting you off, bro. But it's more of like, hey, I'm busy. I'm not, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I don't have time to call you because I'm just busy. I'm busy with, my own shit when I'm going on, whether it's, my career, doing this thing here with you, it's just, I'm busy. And I just cut negative people off like that. And I know that I need to get better at that. Because again, it takes a toll on you. And I see it more and more when I hang out with you, just, it's taking a toll on you. Sure. And it's not my business, and I know it's not my business. But
the pain part?
Yeah, and I know, and I'm here to...
me at my worst. This sweet little nugget over here, he came over, I don't know, when was that?
It was a few months ago.
Yeah, like 3 months ago?
Yeah, so...
4 months ago, something. I was... pain is interesting, especially when I've gone through, like, fucking, like, stem cell transfusions and all this happy horse shit. And, my pain tolerance changes by the day, right? So, like, what was painful yesterday is not as painful today.
Yeah.
So it's like this stupid slippery slope of pain for me. So a couple months ago, I was in so much pain. I was like, I have to go to the fucking emergency room, like, right now. John shows up, like, just the sweetest little pie on the planet to take me. And I called my doctor and I was like, I'm going to the emergency room. He's like, no, don't do it. They're just going to give you opioids. And like I said earlier, I've been really trying to just like not do the opioid thing. So I said, all right, I'll wait. And he's like, I'm going to send a chick over to your house right now and we're going to give you something. Oh my God. The chick shows up with a prescription for me for what I'm going through, which in my mind at that point was a P10. Okay, so a P10 then, a couple months ago, right now is a P6. So I'm, like, stoked. And if that gives you any kind of, like, John, like, any kind of, like...
When she says P10, it means, like, level. So think of it as a scale from 1 to 10. A P10 is the highest. It's the peak. Sometimes it's an 11 or 12. That day, I saw you probably at a 13.
Yeah, it was
You're
pretty
really
bad.
And now, and it just sucks that I've seen you, and now it comes down to, like, tolerance. Like, oh, that now 13 is now a 6.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how I'm seeing this more and more. And I remember I asked you a couple days ago, I was like, is this always going to be like this? And it wasn't, again, I don't, and this is not saying like I don't take this the wrong way, and I know you won't take this the wrong way, but it's not that I feel sorry for you.
No, I know that.
And
I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me.
I just want to hug you. I just want to hug you and be like, I'm here. Because I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what type. I don't know. I mean, we think of excruciating pain. We think of pain as like you stub your toe on, on the table.
Well, even like breaking a bone or whatever.
Or breaking a bone.
Yeah, and I've done that as well, and it's extremely painful. But guess what? It went away real quick.
It goes away. Your body heals, and it just sucks that
my body is not healing.
Your body's not healing. Where you think of pain as like, oh, this is gonna heal. I broke my arm too, and I was I think 13 or so skateboarding. Broke my arm. It was healed like 3 days later.
No.
Because I was so young. Just kidding. It wasn't that quick. But you get the point. I'm seeing you, and it's like it sucks to say. Sometimes I feel like, is this getting any better?
No, it hasn't been getting better. And